bought this phone a long time ago. I don't even remember when. Maybe 4 years ago. I've dropped this phone maybe 100 times. The screen is cracked. The phone itself doesn't work anymore. I can't hear anybody talking. But it's my phone, and it's paid off, and there's no contract. The case costs more than the phone itself, and I don't want to buy a new case. I don't even know what number this phone is, but it's my phone. My phone from, I don't know who makes it. My phone is good enough. It's not the greatest phone, but it's my phone. My phone from, I don't know who makes it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lunch Therapy. I am so happy to be here today because it's been a rough week. I don't know about for y'all, but for me, it's been a little bit hit and miss. So I'm glad to get my therapy. This is Lunch Therapy, Interview Friday. Today we have an extraordinary guest. We have Lin Sun on the show. Lin is one of the greats. She has been around doing comedy for, I don't know, probably just 5 years or so. We'll have to ask her about that. But it's been a meteoric rise for her because she's a hard worker and she is a hilarious person and she's got a great sense of humor about herself. Chuck Goldsmith is here. Hoipy Friday. Hoy, everyone. Hoy, Pam Palmieri. This is a good episode for you because you just got up there on the stage for the first time, heading on to your second time there in Detroit, Michigan. So I don't know if you've watched Lin Sun or if you saw the last episode where we had her on, which was apparently January of 2022. Hoity hoy hoy, Todd Lee. Great sponsors, My Phone, Slob90X. I know, isn't it great? And then you can sponsor also directly from YouTube. You can join the Patreon. You can send money right through YouTube if you want. I don't know how you do that, but I should. I should know how you do that. Hoy, Howard Aronin. Hoy, it's great to have you here. Last time I saw Lin Sun on the stage live was a show that also included Howard Aronin over there at Flappers University, FU as they call it, FU. Congrats, Chuck. Congrats to you, Chuck. We mentioned this on Tuesday. Chuck Goldsmith, longtime viewer of the show. He's been getting himself up on stage at the Laugh Factory. He finally got himself on stage at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room. Slade, I wish I was there. That would have been cool. 2 open mics this week for Pam Palmieri. She doesn't know Lin, so soon she's going to know Lin. We're broadening her network. That's what we do around this show. We broaden everybody's networks. We help each other out. We do therapy together. We have nice duck illustrations. Thank you, Claster Fan. Hoy, Claster Fan. The water is relaxing, isn't it? I do. I love that. I need the relaxation because I'm a little bit high-strung sometimes. It's weird. I'm like super confident, and then suddenly I'm totally insecure. I'm super extroverted, and then I'm like totally introverted. And, we just go back and forth in this kind of weird life of Joel Marshall. I think maybe other people can relate to that. Distractions therapy, yeah. We're distracting you from all the crap that's going on in the world. It seems like everybody I know is getting COVID lately again. What's going on with that? I thought that was over. It's not. It's too soon, too soon. Let's get into this thing we call lunch therapy. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 Oh, that's better. This is a bird bath in my backyard. Thought that would help. Thought that would help everybody out there. It's like a public service. Todd Lee says, Guignol, Mulva, fitting around in LA. Going to take a while to get rid of the moss on their backs. Yeah, so Mulva and Guignol, longtime viewers of the show, relatives of mine as well. They have come down here to experience Los Angeles. Even though I mean, Mulva was here before, but Guignol is brand new. So, whatever you need, Guignol, therapy for you, birds for you, Lin Sun for you, whatever you need. I got it for you. Also, I wanted to say that I'm going to Chicago this weekend, leaving on Sunday for my, I want to call it a day job, but it's actually my night job. They're sending me to Chicago. And I'm a comedian by day job by night. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like upside down. But everybody's different. Everybody finds their way, right? And that's my way. So I'm going to Chicago with an aching in my heart. I haven't been to Chicago. I used to live there. I haven't been there in 30 years. I think 30 years. That seems absurd. But anyway, oh, look at him. He's on the lens. That's cool. He got right up on my camera there. I like that. So, yeah. So that's going to be weird. It's going to be like going back in time, I guess. I don't know. A friend of mine asked me to get him some hot dogs. I'm like, I can't get you hot dogs. He's like, no, they have a special little pack. I don't know. And then I'm going to just cover myself in masks on the plane because it seems like everybody who travels gets COVID. I don't want it. So I don't know if there's going to be a show Tuesday. Probably not, because I'm going to be there like slaving away for the man, working for the man. And I don't know if the man likes this kind of frivolity. We'll see. Still trying to escape the man. Still. My entire life trying to escape the man. And, maybe I've become the man. I don't know. Become the man that I always wanted to be. The man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Manfred Earth Band. Let's get into this. Okay, so Mark and I are in the spacecraft now, and we're going to head out to find Lin Sun. She is somewhere with Boney. I'm not sure where, but they're out there. And Mark and I are ready to find her. So let's go. Let's get this thing going. I don't know where Bloss is, by the way. Hazard pay anytime you have to get on an airplane. Seriously, they should have hazard pay. The man from Uncle. Yeah, any man jokes? I'd love to hear them. Lynn has a bunch of man jokes, I'm sure. Hoy equal means equal. Yay! Lynn, I'm going to bring you on for the breathing because Bloss isn't here. I'm going to bring you in. Let's bring you in. There's Lynn. I know, she's here early. The applause is going wild. Yay! Howard says, are you flying United to Chicago? Asking for a friend. Howard, I am. So if you could probably work that out for me. I'm leaving on Sunday morning or Sunday in the middle of the day. If you could work some magic for me, I would. I always fly United, of course. Of course. I'll probably be in groups 4 or 5 again. Lynn, are you in weird groups? What kind of group when you fly? Do they put you in
the one where you don't have money? The last group.
Me too. Is that what it is? I'm like, what is it about me that I'm always in the last group? Always.
It's the one where It's the one where you buy the tickets on like Hotwire or like cheaptickets.com or something like that.
I think you're right. And they just treat you like you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
My group also doesn't have a lane. They have like 4 lanes, and I'm like in group 5. And
Yeah.
I'm just kind of standing there, and everybody's kind of pushing forward because everybody wants to try and give them their pass like upside down. Like, no, I'm in group 2. No, you're not.
With my son, I'm like, does this consider my son's 7? I'm like, is this a small child? Can I go in? They're
Please?
like,
no. And then you have to stand there kind of in shame, like as people go by.
Yeah.
There's like a sign they put on you. Group 5. Howard Todd says Joel loves loop-de-loops. Make sure they have a half dozen over South Dakota. Oh my God, that would be scary. I would throw up for sure. Pam Palmieri says, look, be happy. Typically everyone towards the tail of the plane loves it when it crashes.
They lives when it crashes, yep.
Lives. Oh, I thought loves it when it crashes. I can't even read. You think I could read?
Yeah, it's where we survive, yeah.
They live. That's right. The first class cushions us.
Yeah,
So
it
when
goes this way?
Yeah, when you're getting on the plane and they're all drinking their champagne and they have their own like flight attendant who's there serving them while you're trying to get to your seat, and they just have to eat, they're like greedy little faces, have to have food in them and champagne. You can just think, eat it up. You're the cushion.
Yep.
That's right. That's good. Pam Palmieri, who is a new comedian, but she used to own an airport. She used to own an airport, so she knows.
Wow.
I know, isn't it crazy?
I love airports.
I love airports too. Unless I'm in group 5, then I hate them.
I would hang out at an airport all day. Like if my flight's at 5, I'll be there at 12.
I'm like that too. I like to get there early.
Hey, I love it.
I feel free when I get there. I don't know what it is.
Airports remind us that we're abundant. We're flying. We're traveling. We're living the life we want to live. That's what airports remind me of. That's why I like being there. It's animal.
Possibility. Plus, you're just leaving your life behind because you're going to get in this tube and you're just going to fly somewhere. They're going to plop you down. You're going to be someplace completely different. So all your like obligations and things just seem far away.
Yep. Yep.
Joel is literacy challenged. I really am. I've gotten worse at reading the comments. I've gotten worse. I'm not better. So, okay, behind us is Akira Sunrise. He is he has a hand pan there, and then he also has these bowls that he makes. They're water drums, and I find them to be quite spectacular. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe. I'm gonna bring old Bloss on here. Let me see if I can bring him on because he was in his car earlier, and now he's here. Except that he just disappeared somehow. Not bringing Bloss on. Cancel that. It's not happening. All right. So what we do, we breathe. We take 3 deep breaths. Do you breathe ever, Lynn? Is that something
do I breathe?
Yeah, do you breathe?
Like meditative breathing or regular breathing?
No, just like taking in air into the lungs and then letting them out. Do you ever do that?
I only do that when I'm annoyed with my child.
Oh.
I'm like, like that.
It's good though, but do you think it's kind of a natural, maybe that's a natural, that exasperation sound? Maybe that's your body going, I need to relax this person.
You're right. It's true.
Probably is, huh?
I do that a lot. I take the breaths a lot. But I'm ready. I'm ready for you, Joel.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Well, that was good. See, I feel better already. In through the nose, out through the toes. Let it go. I mean, I feel a lot better.
It's
Okay, one more. And for everybody out there, I don't care where you are, breathe. Even if you're in your car, breathe. In through the nose, out through the toes. Don't close your eyes, though.
No?
No, you can, but the people in their car, I wouldn't advise it.
Oh.
Let it go. Pam says it's fun to watch people at airports. I totally concur. I love that, trying to figure out who they are, what they're doing, where they're going. Maybe listen in on their conversation. I don't like to talk to people on airplanes, though.
Me too.
I'm just not because you're trapped with them for the entire flight. So if you get a dud, you're screwed.
It's also our me time. It's my me time to just fly. And,
Yeah. That's true.
No. I like red eyes. Everyone's sleeping.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pranayama. That's the Indian breathing technique, yogic technique. Hoipi Commando Friday, says Jose. All right, let's get into this thing. We got a few more therapy things, and then we're going to get on with the show. I can't get Bloss out of there. I'm trying to get... Oh, now I want to get Lin back on here. I want to get Bloss on here, but he seems to be... I don't know what happened. He's like... Bloss is like muted, and he's horizontal. So I'm gonna wait on that until he gives me the prompt. And I think someone's with him. It's weird. All right, so this is another hand pan. I'm big on hand pans. I don't know, Lin. Do you ever listen to this kind of music?
No, but it's amazing. It's wonderful.
Isn't it? This is one of the best ones out there. This guy, Sam Maher. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's called Fremantle Handpan because he is in a town called Fremantle. Breathe him if you got him. This hand pan over the over COVID. I mean, when we were really in lockdown.
Yeah.
And I just
so good.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Kamala loves speaking with people on planes. She's met some cool people.
Extrovert.
She's an extrovert. She definitely is. Claster fan says, I had many conversations on trains, especially Amtrak trains. See, I'm missing out on all this.
All these getting to know people and stuff.
Yeah, getting to know people. Ugh. It's terrible. I'm totally a contradiction, though. I love people, and I hate them as well. I hate them as well.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so gifted.
Isn't he, though? Pam Palmieri likes to talk to people on airplanes. It's like a poll we're taking. I like it. Oh, cool. That's cool, CeeLo. Thank you.
Oh.
That's nice.
Is he doing all of that music just with him?
Yeah, that's just him.
Oh.
It's an incredible instrument, and the people that play them, sometimes you can play them on the bottom. They have different shapes. The thing was invented by this person who called it the hang, H-A-N-G, and then people started calling it the hang drum, and he's like, it's not a drum, it's a sculpture. He's like very serious about it, and they make them by hand. And then other people started making what they call a hand pan, which is essentially a rip-off of the hang, and then there's a lot of controversy around it. around this peaceful instrument.
Yeah.
But people make them, and Greg Wordle hates the pan. You see, that's the thing. He hates the hand pan. I don't know why.
Does?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. It's kind of an ongoing thing where he just has a hate-hate relationship with it. CeeLo has a love-hate relationship. I love Greg Wordle though. He's a school teacher up in the Washington area, and he's a great contributor to the show, even though he hates the hand pan. But you know, honesty is a good thing, right? One more, Lynn. It's this video of a squirrel, flying squirrel. This is just so incredible. I had to show it to you. He's like playing dead. Isn't that crazy? Weird.
Wow.
He's like looking around. Are they looking at me? Okay, there.
I know.
I get hit by the broom. He was so cute. I love that. That's on this channel called Butengebieten. So I highly recommend that. I can't pronounce it, but it's really great. Greg Wordle says, it pierces into my skull like a methed out zombie using a drill to get to the brains. It's weird, you know, I don't like cilantro. Lots of people like cilantro. I think it tastes like soap. And so, you know, we're all different. Yeah. We're all different.
Right. I love cilantro. I don't like green onions.
Oh, you don't? See, I like green onions. Is that like shallots? Is that the same thing? Shallots?
Shallots? Or more like onions than green onions.
Oh, okay.
Look, he's still going with that broom?
Yeah, he's still going. I think it's maybe looping now. He wants to make her feel guilty. I think he does. I mean, is that like a pet flying squirrel? Do people have that?
I don't know, but that's a pet. Look at his little cage.
Oh my gosh. They must be smart. They must be smart, those flying squirrels. I mean, I think that's a flying squirrel. They also have, what'd you say?
So how do they learn that though? Like, how did he learn to play dead?
Probably like
you know what I mean?
From someone else in the house. Well, you know, possums play dead, don't they? Don't possums play dead? Maybe it's a natural thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you under the broom? That's interesting.
It's weird. Look at him. I just love the way he looks around. Like, are they buying it? Are they buying it? Is anybody seeing this? Am I wasting this on nobody? It's too funny. All right, let's get into this thing we call Interview Friday. I'm going to put you back in the green room, and I'm going to introduce you from the bird bath. So get ready. All right, everybody. I mean, you kind of know Lin Sun now a little bit, but we're going to really delve into the psyche, find out what makes her tick, find out what she does to inspire her creativity, find out who are her mentors, how she deals with the audience. If she ever pretends to be dead under a broom, we don't know. She might do that. I call it fraud. I think that's a perpetration of fraud when you pretend that you're dead. I don't know if you ever saw Harold and Maude, but it's a great movie from back in the day where the kid would pretend he committed suicide and the mom would come in and go, come on, there'd be blood everywhere. Reminds me of that. So Lynn is somebody who's been doing stand-up comedy for, what, Lynn, 5 years, you think? 5 years?
5 years in November.
5 years, so she's one of those people that knows. She knows how long she's been doing it. People ask me how long I've been doing comedy. I'm like, I don't know. Is this comedy? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just starting. A day? An hour? A minute? So she's been doing it for 5 years, but she really picked it up, and I'm not sure what happened in her mind where she suddenly was like, I am a comedian, I'm a prolific comedian, I'm going to go all over town and I'm going to kick some ass. And if you get a chance to see her, you're going to enjoy it a lot because she is funny, committed, fierce, and fiercely honest as well. Just like, or unlike our squirrel friend, but very much like Greg Wordla, who doesn't like the handpan and is not afraid to say it. He's not afraid to say it. So she also has some specials that we're going to talk to her about. She's done specials already. 5 years into it, she's got a couple of specials. She's very good at writing comedy. And you can see her all over town in Los Angeles. And I don't know. You know, she seems to be producing a show over at the Ice House, too, is what I'm gleaning from my social media. You know how sometimes, like with the social media, it just kind of, you just kind of soak in it. And you just know things about people, but you don't exactly know how or where you saw it. It's dangerous. Don't get me wrong. It's super dangerous. It is really ruining our society. But there are good things about it. There are good things about it. Because, like, you know, somebody would be like, hey, what's Lin Sun? I think she's producing a show over at the Ice House. Could be totally fake news. She could have staged it. She could have gotten a background and just pretended. But I think it's real. All right, let's get into this thing called Interview Friday. Oh, yeah. All right.
Every time I tell someone I'm Cambodian, they're like, Samoan? I'm like, no, no, I'm sorry. It must be my thick accent. It's Cambodian. They're like, oh, yeah, Cambodia. That's right. The refugee camp with the starving people. Yes, I'm starving. I turned 41 years old. Thank you. Aw, 41. I also gained 41 pounds. Because the secret to success is consistency. I would get rid of some weight, but I'm a hoarder. I would get rid of some weight, but I'm a hoarder. I look like Lucy Liu's before picture. My hot young guy friend, though, he told me that he thinks I'm cute. For someone who looks like she can park a big rig.
I like how somebody was like, oh. Oh. Welcome to Lunch Therapy, Lin Sun. So great to have you here. Oh my gosh.
Good to be back.
That was funny. So that was from is that your latest special?
That was we shot that in August of 2021.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, August. Yeah, and then it released May 2022.
Wow.
So we shot it right after COVID.
And how many, I know everybody in the audience is all masked up. I should have known like that was then. So I want to start right off the bat. Everybody is amazed that you put together all this material, did a special so early. How do you go about making a comedy special? How did you go about doing that?
Well, this one I was cast for.
You were cast?
This one I was cast. Wow. It's for Comedy Invasion. There was 8 of us. There was 8 of us doing 30 minutes each.
Wow.
On Comedy Invasion. It's now on Peacock. But yeah, I was invited to do this special after I had already announced I was going to do my hour.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say no to this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then I said yes. But the reason why I got it was because I was introduced to the director by my friend in 2019.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear from him at all. And then in 2021, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're casting Comedy Invasion again. I want to talk to you about it." But the key thing is that he followed me on Facebook and Instagram. So he saw that even through the pandemic, I was still doing shows.
Yeah.
And I was still working my material. I was doing Zoom shows and I was active. And because of that, he was like, "You're a single mom, you're Cambodian, you know, you're filthy." So
So they are okay with that. You don't have to have like clean comedy or anything like that. Even and it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on streaming service. But yeah, so the important thing, what I got from that is just you just have to be consistent
And ready.
and it just takes one person to see you. It just takes the one person.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
So you were ready to go, and you developed it. Did you develop this in 6-minute increments, 12-minute increments in clubs as you went along, and then kind of pieced it all together? And then,
Yeah, because in LA you only do like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5-minute sets.
That's the thing.
5 minutes, 10 minutes. So I did it within 5-10 minutes. But guess what? I didn't write most of it until 2020.
Really?
So during Zoom shows was where I wrote most of my material, and was where I developed most of it. So
did you have a mentor or a teacher or somebody that you worked with a lot?
Well, yeah, I studied a lot with Bobby Oliver at Dow Comedy Studio. She's great for punch-ups and things like that. She helped me with a lot of my material. And a lot of punch-ups, I mean.
Yeah.
And I worked, every time I had a friend who would be like a good writer, I'd always sneak in and be like, "Can you help me with this joke?"
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Because it's hard to find somebody who can write in your voice, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone can think of a good joke, but it's not what I would normally say or whatever. So when you find someone who can write in your voice, hook up with them,
That's what Mark Maron was saying on his podcast at one point. He was saying that when you get a show, like if you get a show on a network, which is something that comedians aspire to, I aspire to it, that they'll hire a team of writers that they're like, these people are writing in your voice. And it's not necessarily true. So you kind of have to like trust them, but it might not work out that way. And maybe that's why Seinfeld worked so well, because those, Larry David and Seinfeld were such good friends that they could write and write in each other's voices.
Also, Joel.
Boss. Yes.
Joel, also, your staff writers or your, executive producers that are attached to the project, those writers write in the voice of certain characters.
Yeah.
Like Elaine Boozler, the comedian, she was writing Elaine's dialogue. For Seinfeld. Yeah, she was the voice of Elaine.
Cool.
And Julia Dreyfus just murdered it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
She just took it
we should all have that
all the
problem.
way.
We should all have that problem
good
where
stuff.
we're complaining because someone's not writing in our voice. Come on, knock it off. Write better stuff. Write like me. What's wrong with you?
Well, that's what happens. Sometimes they don't get along.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes
totally.
showrunners don't get along with the talent, the actor or the comedian, the star of the show. And it's not even just about writing better. It's just personalities. They just don't get along.
Yeah. Lynn, do
You
you
know
want to
that-
have
you guys-
a show
you
like
guys-
that? What?
Do you two know the story, like the Chuck Lorre story?
Tell
Chuck
us.
Lorre from
Tell us the Chuck Lorre story.
famous sitcom creator,
Yeah.
Big
tell
Bang
us.
Theory, Sybil, Roseanne. What was that one? Grace Under Fire, 2.5 Men. He created all those
Classer
shows.
fan. I think we need a Classer fan to fact check this stuff.
Well, he's a show creator.
Yeah, he's
showrunner.
like prolific, right?
Yes.
Sometimes
He
had
is
3 shows
probably-
running at once.
He's
Yeah.
probably the greatest sitcom TV
Yeah.
producer today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He whatever he touches just goes. And we're talking about other producers who create shows and and Chuck Lorre's like under his umbrella.
Yeah.
Like Bill Walsh, like a coach in
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
All these coaches, were under him and they're just successful. And he does that, man. He just has that ability to touch shows and they end up great. But what I do remember is I worked for him before. I did what was it? Dharma and Greg. It was a
He did
short-lived
Dharma and
spot.
Greg too? Okay, now I'm
Yeah.
looking him up. I'm looking him up
And-
just to find out all the shows that he did. But yeah.
Okay. And he like I want to get I'm not going to say it correctly,
Yeah.
but all those shows I just mentioned, for some weird reason, you know, a couple of years into the show, a few years into the show, he doesn't get along with the talent, or the talent doesn't get along with him. You know what I
You mean with Chuck
And then he
Lorre?
ends up leaving the show. Chuck Lorre. He
Interesting.
ends up leaving the show, and then the show, you know, goes on a couple more years or whatever it does, right? And then he just goes on to another show. He is magic, dude. He knows how to put
Greg
sitcoms
Wordle
together.
likes Big Bang Theory, best effort. And
Oh, man,
now
it's such a
now
good
Todd
show.
is saying, wait, is Bloss being interviewed or Lynn? What is going on here? It's a very good question. Nobody ever asked about Chuck Lorre. We
it's
don't
just-
have Chuck Lorre
that's
on the
when you
show.
brought it
He's
up.
not
I
here.
just-
We don't care about Chuck Lorre. We
Why don't
uh,
we start with the question you were going to ask her?
God, jeez, oh man,
Start
this
with the
just
question you were
hijacked the show in the middle of the show. Now all of a sudden I'm your professional Googler trying to make sure you're even telling people the truth. Boney, can we do something about, can we cut his
It's just
mic?
that
What's
you
going
mentioned-
on here? This is ridiculous.
It's just he
Chuck
mentioned that,
Lorre.
you know, write
I don't
better
give a
jokes,
shit.
like, write better
Has he
like
not
me.
gotten enough stage time, Chuck Lorre? Does he not have enough money? What are we doing?
He's never on stage. He's behind the scenes.
Oh, thank God. But you know, at the end of his show, he writes like a whole paragraph. You know, have you ever
Oh,
seen
I
this?
love
He's
his
like
cards.
he
His
writes
cards
this
are the
card at the end
best.
of the thing, and it's just a whole paragraph. All right, I'm putting you back in the green room with Boney. Thanks for your
With the question you're gonna ask
dissertation
Lynn.
on Chuck
Start with the
Lorre.
question you're going to ask Lynn. You're
What?
going to ask
Okay,
her,
go ahead. Yeah, tell me. Get me back on track.
would you like to have a TV show? That's what you're asking.
Like okay.
Are you interested
I
in that?
I still want to be a late night talk show host, right?
Yeah.
And I was so close to having it on Roku, like so close, and then it flopped. So that happens.
Tell me about
But,
that. Tell us about that situation. What happened with that? Did someone not write in your voice, Lynn? Did they try and steal your voice?
You know,
Yeah.
it's a thing where we self-produced it, and we just got a chance to, place it on Roku. It wasn't like Roku was paying me to do it, so I just
Yeah.
took the chance. I just took the risk, whatever. So I did have people write for me, current event jokes and everything, and I would
Yeah.
pay $25 a joke that I
Yeah.
pick. But you would go through so many jokes just to get, like, someone can submit like 100 jokes, and I would pick 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there like a
Right.
joke service? Or how did these jokes come to you?
I'm sure you could AI it, but
Right.
but it was cool. So the point to that is, yes,
Yeah.
you go through a lot of people. They send a lot of jokes, and you have to go through a lot of them until you kind of get into the rhythm of, oh, this is what Lynn likes to talk about, or this is, she's more of a smart ass or sarcastic, or you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
whatever. So then they
Totally.
start writing those books. But yes, I would love to have my own show, and things flop all the time. It took it. In all honesty, I put so much heart and soul into it that it took me like a whole month to really process it and get over the fact that it flopped.
And what is a flop? I mean, basically, like not enough people watched it on Roku or whatever?
No, it flopped because it didn't even air.
Oh, they didn't
Like
even air it.
yeah, it didn't air. The production, the quality wasn't up to the standard that I wanted it, and it was all on me because I was too naive and excited that I didn't do enough research, and I just decided to trust.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again.
The message of today is don't trust.
Don't trust. No. The message is no. But on a serious note, the message is trust yourself. That's the big
Yeah.
thing. I didn't trust myself enough. Like even when I
that.
did question it, I was like, maybe I'm just self-sabotaging, and I just kept going forward. Versus like really looking into myself and going, oh, it's my body's telling me something. Like my gut is telling me something.
It's hard
And it's not
sometimes.
anybody.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
hard to listen to your own voice because, some people, a lot of times people will tell you, no, go this way. What are you doing? Go this way. And your voice is saying, go this way, but you don't really have a reason to be going the other
Yeah.
way. You can't
Right.
explain to them, oh no, this
Right.
is what I really think that I should be doing this. but sometimes you have to just see where it goes, because a lot of times if you don't see where your voice is going, you end up on somebody else's track and you definitely don't know where that one goes. And then you're just trying to be somebody else and you're stuck in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you got to take those risks though. You have to, that's what I learned. Like, at least this risk that I took only cost me like $5,000 versus a network was paying me $50,000 budget to put together a show and then it flops. That's so. I'll learn it here.
Todd Lee says if a plane doesn't get off the ground, then it's not a failure. There you go. It never got up there. A plane that crashes, that's probably a failure. But
Todd,
if it never got off the
calling
ground. Calling you what?
He's calling me an airplane. That's
Yes. Well, there's a lot of airplane metaphors in the show today. We started out talking about, we're all got airplanes on our mind. I'm flying to Chicago. They're going to do loops. We got in group 5. Pam owns an airport.
Howard's going to hook you up. Howard's hooking you up.
Howard's hooking me up. Pam says, I'm tired of narcissists. They are so mean. That's interesting. Do you ever run across narcissists in your business?
What is a narcissist really? Aren't we all narcissists in some way?
Well, we probably are narcissistic. Definitely. But narcissist is like it's a psychological diagnosis, I think.
I probably have, but I'm also one. So, so we just get each other.
Well, narcissists, one of the things about narcissists, and I'm not a psychologist at all, but they never admit that when they're wrong. And
no, I'm not narcissist. Yes.
So you don't seem like that type of person,
No.
And it's not just that they want to be the center of attention. It's also they want to be right all the time. They never want to be wrong, and they will do anything.
They have no personal accountability.
And they have it's very difficult for them to look inwards. That doesn't sound like you at all.
No, no, that's not me.
All right, let's look at another clip.
I was quarantined so damn long, I was talking to these ants crawling in my kitchen. I was like, oh, hey, girl. You remind me of myself when I was a psycho ex-girlfriend. You show up uninvited. You find any way you can to get in. And you settle for trash. The reason I talk to it instead of killing it, we're all Asian in here. My grandma was Buddhist. And she said, if you kill it, you will reincarnate as it. Guess my dad will reincarnate as my self-worth.
There he goes.
It's fine, you guys. Everything's fine. I'm drinking a bottle of whiskey by myself.
That's hilarious. I love how you get the audience to really engage. So you get them to go, ooh, ah, oh. It's more than just laughing. Like, oh.
Make noise, yeah.
That's cool. So we're back on the narcissist thing. They are never wrong. They're better than you. And when there is a disagreement, the non-narcissist will never get resolution. Interesting. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance.
Wow.
They need to seek too much attention and want people to admire them. People with this disorder may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. I think that's probably the big one, And they always trying to be right thing, because it's so hard if you're with a narcissist, because you never get any kind of resolution and the person never admits when they're wrong. And that can be a very lonely place to be. Right?
Wow.
It's something to know about. It seems like these psychological things they should teach us in elementary school or something, just so you know, because there's ways to deal with this kind of stuff. Even if you most people would not say they are a narcissist, because I think they don't seek treatment very much. And it's very difficult to treat because the person's like, this psychiatrist doesn't know crap.
I know.
He's wrong.
It's not me.
I am out of here. I'm sick of these idiots. I should do that. I should be a psychiatrist. Probably a lot of psychiatrists are. That's funny. So what do you think it is about your psyche that made you all of a sudden go, I want to stop massaging people in motel rooms and I want to start doing some comedy right now? What happened with you that happened?
I would still be massaging dicks in hotel rooms right now if I wasn't a mom. I would still be doing it, Joel.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yes, because
I'm sorry. I think I missed something.
Yeah, you did. I just jumped right to the meat of the issue.
No, well, they don't know, but I used to do erotic massages. So I used
Yes.
to give hand jobs for a living. Like 10 years ago, I used to do it.
Oh my
and
God.
it was like $200 a dick rub. You know,
Oh my God.
it's so easy.
People wondered why they call it a job, right? They call it a
Yeah,
job for a
yeah.
reason. It is
It
a
was
job.
so easy.
Oh my
I mean, I
gosh.
got busted and I landed in jail for like 12 days. But other than that, it was like super
My
easy.
God, 12 days?
Yeah.
You tell
That's
that
why
in
I
your
become a
stand-up.
cop.
She tells it in her stand-up comedy, yeah. Maybe
Oh,
you can
she
tell us that
does.
story.
Oh, I love it.
Tell us that story.
No,
man.
so I would still be doing it if
Oh.
the reason why I became a stand-up is because I got pregnant and then I became a mom and I lost my mojo. I didn't
Yeah.
have my swagger anymore. You know, I just lost myself and then I said, I'm just going to try stand-up and see if I like it because I am so bored of just parenting, you know, and just being in this mundane lifestyle of being a mom. And then I tried it and I was like, well, I guess people are laughing. So, so I'll just keep doing it.
Did you go to Dow Comedy Studio and start training
Yeah.
right then? How did you find that?
My first class was Pretty Funny Women.
Oh, Pretty Funny Women.
Lisa
Of
Sunset.
course. She's been on the show. Yeah, for sure. They're cool.
Lisa Sunset.
Yeah.
And then I took Bobby's class at the same time. So I took 2 classes simultaneously because they're good for both different things, you know?
Yeah.
So I just went all in. Like what else did I have to lose? I was single mom. It was just me and my kids. So I didn't have a baby daddy or husband or family to be like, what are you doing? Why are you always out? You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just go all in.
Can you tell us the difference between Lisa Sunset and the Dow Comedy Studio? Like the difference between Pretty Funny Women and Dow Comedy? Like what's the difference in their techniques? Could you do that? Just
I feel like
Dissect
this,
that?
and this is just my personal opinion. Everybody has a different experience. But in my experience, Lisa is a lot more mainstream. So she understands how to get you on the Laugh Factory, at the Comedy Store, you know, and she'll understand the business side of it in that way. And Bobby at Dow is a little bit more underground, if that makes sense. That she's more indie, underground.
And she has her own
well,
studio that she
Yeah.
does the performances in, right? I mean, that
Right,
Pretty
right,
Funny
right.
Women, they kind of go around to different comedy clubs, right?
Right. Right. So it's different. Like, you know, some comics, they like the mainstream. They want to do the comedy clubs. And some comics are more, I don't want to do that. I just want to, you know, hang out at studios and I don't care for the fame or whatever it is, you know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Some people are doing it for therapy. Some people are doing it for therapy. You know what I mean? Like doing comedy because they have like a deep-seated need to express themselves in some way.
But you know
right?
what's crazy? I don't know why I'm on this, like therapy. I feel like I'm more of the trigger. Like I think people need therapy.
You're pushing my buttons, Lynn. No, that's what Bloss is here for.
I really am. Ask my exes.
No.
They're
Really? So tell me,
No,
you talk.
know, Lynn,
Yeah.
Lynn, it is therapeutic for her to do stand-up because of her
Yeah.
journey and what she's gone through.
Oh, absolutely.
She went to stand-up out of boredom, and it's therapeutic. Now she could just let it all out. She's balls out. I mean, you know, to
Yeah.
coin a phrase.
When
But, you know what I mean? And it's working for her. She's funny. People connect with her. You know what I mean? She's got all
you.
the elements. And I'll tell you, like the two differences in those two comedy.
are you going to tell us about Chuck
program.
Lorre again? Is this a Lorre thing? This is going to lead
programs,
us right
right?
to
She
Chuck
said-
Lorre.
One is a little bit more mainstream or whatever, and then the other one is a little bit. The other one
Yeah.
concentrates more on what your comedy is, right? Your
Yeah.
voice and how you're designing yourself. And the other one's, you know, trying to get you booked, trying to get you seen, exposure. You know what I
Business,
mean?
Yeah, you
And
gotta
I
have
think
that.
the combination of both is working for you. I think
Yeah.
you're doing great.
Well, and she's got a really strong work ethic
Yeah.
too.
And I think.
Can I
that-
ask you
that
gentlemen something?
right
Can
where
I
you
ask
need
you
to be.
gentlemen something?
Of course.
Can I ask both of you something, gentlemen?
Yes. Do it.
I'm wondering if, because you're saying what I'm doing is working for me, right?
Yeah.
But I was like thinking, what if I lost 100 pounds and became like all like pretty girl and stuff? Do you think that'll work better?
No.
for social media?
I don't think so.
I think
I mean, but boss can wait. I don't think so because I think
you should
you're
be who you are.
you got to
If
be
you're
who you are, right?
comfortable- Yeah, exactly. If you're comfortable 100 pounds lighter and all cute and not sexy and shit, then that's you. But if you're comfortable, being what's a single mom and a caregiver, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable
Yeah.
with that, and you can go either way, but your material is going to be there anyways. I mean, you're going to talk about losing weight.
That's what
You're
she'll
gonna
talk about if she
all
does
the
that.
men who hit on you that didn't hit on you before. I mean, you got.
I love it.
Yeah, whatever
got a
you want to do.
Basket full of material.
But-
Either way you go.
Love it.
I
Howard-
think you should lose the weight, get beautiful and fine, have a gang of sex, and then get big again and have another kid.
My God. Howard Ronan says, looking forward to Bloss Therapy Tuesday while Joel's away. Special guest Chuck Lorre. Hook it up.
Or, oh my God.
Hook it up. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's good.
Howard,
Hey,
that's
listen,
funny.
the couple of comments ago, what's his name? Somebody named your TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Lee did.
Happy Endings with Lin
You
Sun.
thought of a name
Happy
of your,
Endings, yeah,
of your
yeah.
show. Happy
that.
Endings with Lin Sun.
Yeah.
Lin Sun.
I love that.
And Jose said, any job is a good job.
Any job
I'll
is a good
take Any
job.
job I can
Any
get.
job
bro.
is a job.
Hand job, blow
I'm
job.
going to get myself a
whatever
hand
job.
job.
Foot job.
Joel, have you ever had a hanky-panky massage?
No, I haven't. I mean, I guess I'm missing out. I guess I'm totally missing out. What do they call it?
Never?
Like, no.
Never had a
Rub and
handy
tug.
I'm
massage?
Joel Marshall. I don't have hanky-panky massages. What do they call it? Release? What, a happy ending? No, come on. I'm too
Yeah,
uptight.
yeah.
I'm too uptight for all that stuff.
Whoa! Wait, what are you doing?
I may look casual, but I'm very uptight.
It's so true. It's so true. Oh my
Joel, but Joel, I have to tell you,
Yeah.
a lot of my clients look like you.
Oh my God. They weren't me though, Lynn. They weren't. I tell you they weren't. That was not
God. A lot
me.
of her clients.
There's a lot of people that
are
look
in
like
the-
me.
A lot of her
What are you
clients are in
talking
the insurrection.
Yeah,
Start
right.
breathing.
Oh my God, that's too funny. All right, let's see what the comments are saying. Why don't we ever hear about massages for women with happy ending? I've heard about
Oh,
them.
they have them.
They have
Oh,
them.
trust me.
You're just hanging out in
They
the
have.
wrong massage parlor, Pam.
No, they have them.
Joel would
I've
scream.
heard stories, and I
jump up and
know
down.
that they exist.
I would probably scream. I'd be like, "Ah, what are you doing? Your hands are cold."
Oh, those are my balls. Those are my balls. Oh, wow, that feels
Oh my
good.
God. All right, I'm going to play another clip because I'm, turning red.
You guys, if you don't have kids yet, don't believe the hype. Everything on Instagram is not true. And some moms are like, oh my God, like I love being a mom all the time. I never randomly cry. Well, if you're that mom, we can't be friends. And people are like, Lynn, it sounds like you don't love your son. You're always talking shit about him. And I was like, I love my son. He's my son. It's just sometimes I want to safely surrender him
Oh my God. There's a.
at the fire station.
Like a 9-year-old.
Oh my goodness. And you get unsolicited parenting advice when you're a parent? You get unsolicited parenting advice from people without kids. I'm like, do you have kids? And they're like, no, but I can imagine. And I was like, well, I can imagine doing a Zumba, but I'm not giving you fitness advice.
That is some great stuff. I love that.
Joel, you went in deep.
I did. I
That was
went
my
deep.
second show ever.
Yeah, I like to do that. I like to do that because sometimes our initial, like when we first get on the stage, is like so electric, and we've been waiting our entire life to do this. So there's a lot of momentum that comes on. So we get really good stuff out of that. I feel like you are a tiger. Is your son Ethan is he?
Yeah.
What's he like? You know, what's it like for him to have a comic mom, a single mom, and all that stuff? What's he like? I know we saw him last time on the show.
You did. Yeah, he's 7 now. And the other day I told him, everybody has tough times. Everyone has tough times. And he goes, I have tough times too, because you give it to me.
Oh, I like it. He's got his mom's like honesty. Pretty soon he's going to be on the stage. You know he's going to be on the stage going, my mom used to be a massage therapist.
Yeah. But also, like, he hangs around comics a lot. Like, he's always in green rooms,
Yeah.
And he hears a lot of jokes. And,
Yeah.
he likes telling me jokes that he hears on YouTube. Because that's what he thinks I'm doing. He thinks I'm saying knock knock jokes or whatever,
Oh,
So
yeah. That's cool.
So
That's a great joke he said to you.
It is a good joke. I was like, that's pretty witty.
Yeah.
Very witty. He took what you said and turned it
Oh,
into
he's going to have natural instincts with comedy. Lauren Ackerman, happy ending. It's been so long. It would be everything, everywhere, all at once in their face. Oh my God. In their face.
everything, everywhere, all at once.
Lauren's a comedian. He's hilarious. He's got
Hi,
a
Lauren.
YouTube channel. Yeah. A lot of comedians here today. Todd Lee says, never enough time for a happy ending for women. Never enough time. At least that's what a friend who told me that.
Oh, there's always enough
You have to
time.
book a few
Who the hell
hours.
said that?
You have to light a lot
Who
of
the hell said
candles.
that? Todd,
Todd.
come on, Todd.
Todd's
There's always enough time.
revealing himself in his
Todd.
his
Whatever it is, you're doing it wrong.
he's revealing his technique, his special skills.
There's never enough time in a 60-minute massage. Oh, shit. 12 minutes.
Oh my God. I want to show you both this thing that I'm going to get. It's called a large singing bowl. Check this out.
Ooh.
Look at it's a bowl you can get into.
What the barfing nugget?
Isn't that cool? It's so big you can get in there. Imagine it must resonate your whole body.
Yeah, it's carrying the sound well with that 110-pound woman.
Isn't that cool? I think we should get that. I
Does
think we should get that at lunch therapy. I'm
woman
gonna put that on
come
my
with the bowl?
wish list. No, the woman does not. She might come from the bowl. Oh my God, who said that? That wasn't me.
Does it come in different sizes?
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to get a pretty large one if I got in there or bloss. Buy drinks, a nice meal, maybe some jewelry, then the massage starts. Okay, but Todd's still redeeming himself. He's redeeming
Todd, you
himself.
don't have to do all of that, Todd. You just have to listen for an hour. Just listen to her.
Yeah. And massage and listen.
He doesn't understand.
That's
then
it.
He's never gonna
Then a
understand.
little magic. Then you do the little magic hands.
Oh my God.
Get a salmon bowl. Let her sit in it.
Too funny.
Hit her with the mallet.
So, what is the conclusion that we came to? Whether Lin should lose a bunch of weight and become the I don't know, like a supermodel or something?
The pretty girl comic.
think-
I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
The
I
pretty
think
girl
she
comic.
should do both.
You
I
should do
think
whatever
you
you
should
want to
do
do.
both.
If you
I
want to
think you
lose
should
weight, lose
light
weight. If
up
you don't,
a special.
Yeah.
The way
no.
you are.
So honestly,
and then
I'm saying
just
this for the
fucking-
first time.
yeah,
What?
you're saying it for the first time.
Oh, for the first time, I'm actually thinking about doing a social experiment where I do lose 50 pounds, and I want to see the difference it makes in show business,
Oh,
in
interesting.
dating, and
Oh, that's
in
gonna
just my self-love. So I want to see, like, do I get booked more because I'm
Yeah.
now hot and
Yeah.
like
Oh,
stereotypical
you'll get
hot?
booked more. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
No, but I want to know, like, do I have to be as funny? Like, if I
Ah.
was showing my tits and stuff, do I have to be as funny? Do I have to work hard? Because I'd be working hard to write smart jokes, and then you'll see some women in like a tight dress imitating, giving blowjobs on stage and getting applause breaks. And I'm like, why do I have to be smart? Why do I
You know, the ultimate would be to be like a pretty and smart, right? That's what I'm going
Yeah.
for. I'm trying to be pretty and smart.
I mean,
Funny would be
lot of
Oh,
good.
Joel,
Funny would
you
be
are
good.
pretty and smart. You're pretty and smart, Joel. Trust me.
This has been hilarious. This is so fun hanging out with y'all. Okay, let's check this out. This is about blowjobs. Let's see.
I don't like giving blowjobs.
Oh yeah, this is your signature.
Because I don't have a neck.
They always go nuts.
I'm pausing so you all can look at my neck. If you're not laughing at that joke, you have a neck. I don't have a neck. I'm sick of getting stabbed in the heart.
Oh,
I'll get stabbed in the heart for you, though, Eminem.
you got an Eminem fetish, I believe.
I do.
Slim
You
Shady.
love Eminem. He's cool. All right, that was fun. I love that joke. And can you tell us? Are you producing shows at the Ice House? Is that what's going on?
Yes, I did the first one September 23rd.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
the next one is November 3rd.
So people can go out there and see you there. We just have to see. Pam Palmieri says they are not real. Smart is pretty.
Smart is pretty.
Oh, interesting.
You're right. You're
Equal
right.
means equal says, I do not think you need to lose weight or do anything to change yourself. You are perfect the way you are, Lynn. That is the best
Thank
response.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm telling
that's
all
what
my
I'm
Blaster
saying.
fan agrees.
You be you. As long as you're being you.
Pam Palmieri
Yeah.
says, I'm with Cam. You are perfect no matter what. For those who are too judgmental, we are never enough. You are enough. Yes.
So how come then when I'm being myself, like you guys say, I'm always broken up with?
Well, that's relationships.
Broken up with?
Relationships. She's talking about relationships. November 3rd. Oh, yes, Todd Lee, November 3rd. I want to reiterate,
Yeah.
November 3rd, we're going to have the 500th episode. I want to have it in maybe a comedy club or something. I want to do something special. I want to have some special guests, maybe like lots of people come back. I don't know, but we don't have much time. We don't have much money. We don't have much of anything because this is lunch therapy. But anyway, yeah, please. Anybody has any ideas, send it my way. Anybody has any money, send it my way.
You want to do a live.
You know, recently
500
somebody said something to me where I was like, I'm just really terrible at asking people to donate to my show, asking for money for the show. And they said, you know what? You're depriving people of the gift of allowing them to be generous. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I like it. So anybody who wants to
Sure
be
are.
generous, please do. I feel free to. We're going to dance. Dance for our money. Did you
Yay.
ever? Yeah. So let's do this thing. We're going to have a dance break. It's like the dance break today is very interesting. There is a guy who is going to be balancing on a teeter-totter board while singing George Michael. I mean, come on. Thanks so much,
What?
Lynn, for being on the show.
America's Got Talent.
You.
I really appreciate you being on the show. You're really just a gift to the world.
Thank you.
And don't go
Yeah,
changing. Don't go changing unless you want to. Unless you want to.
Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
you wanna do
Only
a
do it, do you.
Weird social
Do
experiment.
you.
Do you? If that's what your voice
How
is
fun
telling you
would
what
that
to do.
be to test that out? You know what I mean? Because
I'm
like
gonna
you
test
have
it out.
questions. You're like, why? I wonder if I was sexy and my titties are hanging out, if it'd be treated different, And it is. It's like a black guy dressing up as a white man and walking around to see if there's any
You're
difference.
right.
You know what? I just realized something, Blas. Todd Lee is going to be in town on November 3rd. Because
Ooh,
they're coming
a
down here
live
for
show.
the USC Huskies game. We're all going to go to that thing. I think they should be here for
the
November
Huskies.
3rd, right? Definitely. They got to be here. They got to help. And they got to make this thing happen. All right, so now we're going to dance it on out.
Put
Everybody,
that on your calendar, Lynn.
imagine
Come on November 3rd.
imagine the greatest of success for Lynn because she's on her way, but
Yay.
she needs to have fans like us.
Lynn, the
And-
shows you're doing at Flappers, is it like you're the featured act and you have like a couple of comics coming up? To,
At the Ice
like,
House,
to
yeah.
to warm up? Or
I
is-
co-headline. Oh, sorry.
you co-headline. And how many people are performing? You and the other
The
headline.
last one I did only had 5 of us. So there were 3.
Okay.
A host, 2
How long
features,
did you
and
do? So how long did you do?
then-
How much time?
I did 25, and then
Oh,
Alice
nice.
did 30.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I saw you
Okay.
a posting where you said, I'm allowing myself to co-headline. Like you were like saying,
Yeah.
yeah. So I like the
It's a
way
big
you're
deal.
And so
you're taking the
the other
sandwich,
three
as they
comics are
say.
doing like 10 minutes?
Yeah,
other
the
three
other
comics?
comics do about 10 to 15.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's a good, nice, fun set.
I love the Ice House too, and they renovated it, right?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
Ice
beautiful.
House.
It's
Nice.
I haven't been there since they renovated it.
Very nice.
Pam says, so nice to meet you. Hope to see you perform in person over the next year. That's great.
Hi, Pam.
I'm sure we make that happen. Lauren.
Yeah, Pam broke her cherry.
Lauren Ackerman says, took an easy college class. Read. I can do that. Name on the board said, I can't believe I'm reading this.
Pussy.
Miss Pussy. I raised my head and said, Miss Pussy, it's Pussy. Pussy. Oh, no. This is the whole joke. You got to use your tongue. I didn't do it. And that's how I became a clutter. I'm so confused by that. Lauren, I love that you're telling jokes in the chat, though. I love it.
Then.
I totally love it. Let's go to the Ice House on 11th. Oh, it'd be great if we could do it at the Ice House. Yes, that would be great.
I got a little Grammarly.
All right, my friends.
Grammarly.
We'll allow Lauren to collect his thoughts and send us another chat another time. All right, we're gonna dance it out. Everybody, put your dancing feet on. Let's do this thing.
Yay! You're great, Lin. Holy shit, he is balancing on a board.
Yeah, he is.
I love George Michael.
Isn't it crazy how he does this?
He's balancing on beat.
It's amazing, really. I met this guy at the screening spectacular. I don't have his name on the screen. I'm going to have to get that.
With the screening spectacular. Was it the one with the swans in the lake?
Yeah. Setward. All right, everybody. I'm going to put Lin's link tree in the show notes and wherever else so you can see her perform whenever she's performing.
Follow her Instagram. She said follow her Instagram, remember?
Follow her Instagram. The link tree is on there.
See where she's going to be at.
Lin Sun TV, right? Lin Sun TV?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
This has been Lunch Therapy, number 491.